Lisa. Bendra, or you about 5 key saves here. It looks like as a backup goalkeeper no or improve. First, na me who now that poor man shen grind. What they compare Ederson in the na Stefano Tega bedema. And ne Alisson in the onu bedem na difference room. Sebia Chelsea for 2 goalkeepers no baako no one baako bedema. Who say obi to me ma baako the same kind of performance are there na original one dem na etie no. Ebi aba Arsenal. Raya ni ho Ramdel Dema you can see say about my about 80% there number 1 dem obetumi aye and na Liverpool there dey say Alisson ni ho a na me ndi goalkeeper ni need that match but and bra oye says me hu say in there we grow in confidence and when him say we obi monitor European football say 2 clubs no ho no Sparta and Slavia for no over produce a lot of goals. In fact, in their domestic league, they score a lot of goals. Into the home there, a venue of goals type of games. Into me, I never want Liverpool considered. But now me happy say Liverpool to me picky a win ahead of that weekend fixture. So the goalkeeper, I about 5 key saves be about Liverpool. And I'm happy for Wawonipa Darwin Nunes. Who say a dinner no defeat Portugal ever England no.
Me fa we twemo. Okay say no me ka asemi. Ewa ha. Say Arnold. Yes, Trent Koka say Man City fans. Omonim what it means like to have a trophy. Because also trophy in here Premier League title no. In here Liverpool more because they have fans are more passionate about the game. And Haaland so to be a man and say no problem, but Trent and so what it feels like to win a treble. And to have 2 money way now we saw 2 money way. I
had a crucial game.
Yes, also Trent indeed treble Dante. Casano nim the Oka.
Wow. Wow. Me game
no problem.
Darwin Nunes scoring the 1,000 goal under Jurgen Klopp. Klopp be a coach at Liverpool. Games that we see are kind of competitive in no. Was 1,000 goal under Klopp, and I'm happy for him. Mutala one player, imagine says still on certain Liverpool lineup no.
Nunes.
Who's a Haaland there? Okata we need to out say our first 11 anymore. If we are fully fit, the story is different about Darwin Nunes. And the Jota, Otene Gapo, Adesanya or no. Into Onne Shadai and settle that match. In fact, in their game against Nottingham Forest during the weekend, Obese last minute goal at the Bois Liverpool we need 1-0. Fine. Or say important goals for the club. But who say Kabwana at the turn no? And so that's why I would say when they replace Firmino.
Yeah.
When they are number 9. But the story is different about Darwin Nunes. But and there are 2 crucial goals for Liverpool Football Club. A 5-1 win were away there. Imagine say club they need to take Europa national. It looks like trophy be or competitive for no. Onya obeti the Liverpool fine. And when the players are playing, you see that thing in them say, yenya de wenja coach ne kwan manenko. Me ade ba ko a the club kan ya me who say or was some love and a connection between the club and the fans ne. On them so what that is about the coach bi mo England and Liverpool. Put an assassin me modu. Say di me ye oso betan kran hada into offer bi ba enya ha on that tan kran
ene kasa Benitez KB
Rafa Benitez
okay
bi
or to 2 bi mukra manage
ba oba ejima Chelsea
or to 2 bi manage Chelsea na Liverpool say
it be sasa
e ka Chelsea ejuma no kwa nka onye ejuma bi
Sir Jose Mourinho first coming to Chelsea, any club to Liverpool, the empire. There is a love between Ono and the fans. Then the move
Jose Mourinho.
But club, yes, why you?
Club, but I feel Jose Mourinho's connection with the Chelsea fans was special because he came in at a time, not Chelsea incumbent boys, you know.
John Okoye to come and coach different teams. You crack and what they are. That's a club, my. Maybe a club are getting a different.
Oh, Massa, I see that.
I am emphatic.
Samuel Eto'o in 2004, Eka said, you never bought Chelsea pound, you could go back to Cameroon, call hockey in the streets.
Boy. Oh. So I was there. I'm happy for Liverpool getting that winner. It's my boy, Mama Kwakode, Eda Komunim. My main free Europe, Anaka. Remember, few matches go Europe now. So, Kwame Manama Hell stories in Baby Nubi. Me feel Liverpool, I mean, Liverpool against Man City. Big game on Sunday. The injury list of Liverpool, no. Nande Osha, key players are Kwame and Sape. Alisson, Trent, and Curtis Jones. All had the last 5 games are involved between Klopp and Pep Guardiola. Obia picking wins, Libby. 2 for Klopp, 3 for Pep. What was the situation? No? So it looks like Obunyani Mkwaya for sure. And Medito say it could be a title decider. Even though Arsenal about travel up with 𝐶𝐏𝐻. And to that game, no so much many so. But Liverpool, they are sour 2-4. On us no go home. Into our slide advantage.
Or sour 5.
So I was saying City 1 point.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, or 4.
Yeah. Into our 5 points. Arsenal number 5. But Arsenal about Brentford. Into Arsenal could close up. Into this particular fixture,
63, 62, 61.
He said 1.
City, Liverpool was 63.
Or City 1 point.
City was 62.
No, City so saying.
And Arsenal was 61.
Arsenal 1 point. Yes. Into Arsenal so die so the same can game them pie. And you draw no win ya, I better take you over. Because Arsenal say goals.
Yeah.
I don't think so about Premier League anymore. Say goals say Arsenal.
No, almost 68 goals.
Into more plus more than 40.
Liverpool share 64. Man City share 62.
Then I was talking now, yeah, the say Arsenal may not need that striker no.
Chris Sutton say
and they are over plus this number. No what's this number of goals without the Erling Haaland, Mohamed Salah type nibi. It means an all-round team. It's a matter particular game no. A matter of interest. And Rami will say Konate Pride no quickly not the Jogo Mess by. By reporter yet and say a serious injury. In Zambia, he could be available for their game against Man City. This particular season, Konate never form in terms of central defense. Now, Van Dijk complimenting no. Inti, Sekobasa their game against the Konate na nyaspe tie a big blow. No, I didn't catch say go into the Euros no. My first option was centre back should be Konate and Saliba for France because of the current form. Inti, me feel say Konate should be able to be fit for their game against City. A crucial at the moment. There is no Gravenberch, but the good news, Szoboszlai returning from injury in their last weekend game. No, that is a good news for them. So they have Szoboszlai, they have Alistair. So that is a good sign for them. So
Salah is back.
Salah is back. Darwin Nunes, I started say. Now Luis Diaz form the year. I prefer those 3 for the game against City. So a big game will end in a draw. I'll not be surprised.
If it ends in a draw.
A 4-time draw, it may be a 1-1 draw. Mutala, I will not be surprised. A game here, a matter of interest. Man, what's the Pep complaining about the injury situation I hate in the camp? What's the deal with the midweek? The player back will price seriously. Finger injury.
Matthias Nunes.
But instead of key in Fair he may not start the game. In the end, how much he may be. Vadio Matissa was started training. Maybe since you saw what did your mother by that particular game.
Vadio City.
or almost replacements.
Only on Shadanya.
Who's a quote in this particular season? You not prefer Ake and Diaz. Now, Taibo Badio no more left back. So a Kobasa Badio na fully fit. About Pussy Ake na left back. Now I can't Abeshaho with Kai Walker. So I said I need major blow with defense. What's it was, you know? Now feel 40 were form. Bernardo Silva our form. Calvin De Bruyne back. Now I know the Jeremy Doku Ekahu Obomu behind Ellen Haaland. Now with Jack Rodrigo Cascante in the deep hole. Oh, me for the hole. So they still have a strong team to face Liverpool. So I give them the Mutala for a 1-1 draw.
Okay.
In that particular game. The other game I did Premier League now. Aston Villa against Tottenham Hotspur. Another big game back. No. The reason why a big game they say in the Villa occupy the 4th spot on the league log. Tottenham tried to close up. Villa full say nipa na me ne pray for the 4th spot me say na me di so nkunim. Matwim. So Villa full say this particular game is crucial for Unai Emery's project. And on this particular winner, the chance of qualifying for the top 4 on the very high. Indeed, a big game here for Postecoglou traveling to the Villa Park to face Aston Villa. Aston Villa was sure more against the big class this particular season. I have no results in here. On your home game, apart from Man United, Okoe Quaye 2-1 win. Yeah, man for Man U abaso. City went there, they lost. Arsenal went there, they lost. Man U Okoe Quaye 2-1 win. Yeah, man for referee. I'm just looking at this current Tottenham team all called the Villa Park to face Aston Villa. A major test at the Postecoglou. I don't see him winning there. But I'm not mark for a slim win for Aston Villa. 1 yard there crown on a draw.
Okay.
You know, 2-1 win B will not be a bad result in that game against Tottenham Hotspur. So I don't see Tottenham going to the Villa Park and pick a win. My last pick was the Premier League. Arsenal against Brentford. So, well known, no, still that we are so Raya will not be imposed. Big blow. And now I can't say my canon. Saying and big blow, sir. Because first season no about alone. And the on to me see against the parent club. The first game no come that one during the first round. And a major blow here at the master because of how boy now you're consistent in the post for them. But a big opportunity for Ramsdale to prove something. May you sure say uncle beyond this season. Indeed, some of these games are also to make the way here. My team, you are the pastor, Obenya Ramsdale, no. What me taking no? And not next season. Say our chance of making it to the Euro squad still. Because in recent times, here na squad no can. A game we said about to prove the test out get say. Even though me number 2 Arsenal, I still qualify to be in the English squad for the Euros. So my man say a big opportunity to show them Ramsdale. Arsenal is scoring goals from all angles. That is why year 2024, I must share a lot of goals. I'm not sure my second year 4. So 5-6 now are consistent in their recent results. Kai Havertz, Arteta bringing the best out of him. Bukayo Saka is okay. Martinelli has started fire. I like the duo, Declan Rice partnership. In the Patabeka, then you are free. So it looks like key players are don't be in the course of the season, not injuries, air house now, only are fully fit. Most of these key players are fit for their game. Mutala, game will to me end by a 4-1. I will not be surprised. 4-1 for Arsenal. I will not be surprised. They are scoring from all angles. Arsenal, trust me. The 3 goals be obenya. when ya krano obenya.
Okay.
So Matumako for a 3-1 win for Arsenal over Brentford. Now close to the gap on the league row. Mutala Yakubu. Minyano Premier League ni mwamepe.
Sir.
Yeah. And then some of these teams to tap him. And suddenly Tama Mano our Bayern neck. A bit believe or your lucky coach. Dortmund, Paris Saint-Germain, Chelsea. Or your lucky coach. But me force there are more in him about my offer. But I'm just looking at teams that are available. I doubt Liverpool will go for him. I doubt. Man U, it could be possible. Come back to Chelsea. I doubt. But I first say, English Premier League, big names like this in the league. So I always say, Katama will be back into the Premier League. No, I will continue. So Mutala, but the stars I first say, I'm face here.
Okay, now I do now to the card 0506 367 196 0506 367 196. I know your WhatsApp line. No. Good morning, Josiah.
Sorry. Good morning.
Yeah.
Good morning.
Yamina Dumo.
Josiah Okoe.
Aye.
And I'm charity for now. We are watching into Max 89.7, which is Sports Park Bia. Now, in the PSU in Chiakesi and Koma United fans for now, every United fan. Which show. Because it looks like their qualification for the Champions League is still on course. Looking at fixtures near Basso this weekend, I think they are playing the first game of the weekend.
Against Everton.
Lunchtime kickoff.
12:30.
And if they should win that game, that will put pressure on Villa and Spurs going into Sao game. It's not over yet.
Are you sure?
No, it's not over. Table now. See, there's still a lot to play for. I'm looking at the table. United have dropped points in their last game. In their last 2 games, Fulham and City. If they had won those games, it would even have been tighter than it is. But they need to win to keep the pressure on either Spurs or Villa. Or you win and you hope Villa will beat Spurs. So that you go within 5 points of what? Tottenham or Spurs. Because as we speak, Mutala Yakubu say the 5th place team this season stands a big chance of qualifying for the Champions League.
Because of the new format. And also dependent on how far or how well English teams will perform in the various European cup competitions. Very, very important. It may be United will be hoping that Villa could do the trick for them. Villa will end up beating Spurs. So you think it's about finishing up high?
No, it's about qualification for the Champions League. That's what United are looking at. So what I say, that is what they are looking at, and it's still achievable. It's still achievable. Mutala, I'll come back to the games. But yesterday, in the Europa League, I've always said it. Liverpool are the only team, despite being struck by injuries, first team players, very, very important key players in the team, Mutala, they are still winning convincingly. And that's due to the fact that they feel they owe Jurgen Klopp something and they have to repay him before the man leaves. Today, I say, oh, share psyche, no more bobona. It was so things na. And for you to travel to check and win by 5-1. Share Champions League games in Europa and Conference. There wasn't even a single away team or shared that number of goals. It was only Liverpool. And that is the kind of result you need going into what? A crucial game against City this weekend. 5-1. Some of the top players hiding. If you give them minutes. Daniel De Rossi is just changing everything at Roma. He is making them believe again. Said they can achieve something. You see, when I tell you, say, yeah, sa coach na mo boni dem. Mo hyping it too much. Do you know that in his last 4 games, 𝐿𝐿, he's not even drawn a single one. We lose 4 now. We share 1 goal. I consider 9. And this is the coach you want to give Barcelona to. Unless you want Barcelona to get relegated. But this coach is not fit enough to coach Barcelona. Look at what Roma. He was outclassed by Roma. This is a Roma team that had struggled the whole of this season under Mourinho. Then what's now Roma to miss Chelsea 4, 1 leg. And yet aggregate scoreline 1 leg, 4. The Brighton are out of the Europa League.
Not over yet.
It's over. Do you believe Brighton can beat Roma 5-0 or even 4-0 and force a penalty shootout? It's not possible. What's now Yasha 4 first leg? 4. I've always said it. I've maintained my stance on 𝐿𝐿. It's not like I don't like him as a person. No, I really like him. He has a nice personality. But coaching, no. Mutala, and you say yeah, boy, coaching is not just about playing what a very nice brand of what football. You need to show ambition. It's you put someone like 𝐿𝐿 in the same bracket as Xavi, in the same bracket as Xabi Alonso. These are people who are showing ambition. They are leading teams toward titles. Then you put 𝐿𝐿 in that conversation. And look at the humiliation. 4-0. Put a lot to your stories. Before I hit on the you can say games selected games now. Chris Sutton's comment.
Yeah.
Arsenal do not need a proper number 9. I honestly sometimes I do you remember before Haaland joined City? City managed over 100 goals in all competitions in back-to-back seasons.
Yeah.
There was a season they scored more than 120. There was a season they nearly hit 130 without a proper number 9. But then Mutala, what did Pep require? He asked for what? A proper number 9. No, he was winning the league. He was dominating the league. But he still wanted a striker who can give him 50 plus goals. Last season, Arsenal failed to beat City home and away. And do you know the difference between the two?
No.
It was Erling Haaland. Because last season, if Arsenal had Haaland in their team, in their setup, they would have had that extra fear factor. In the Arsenal, City, you can tell me say the team, no, the strength of the team, I will understand. But then there is a difference, and that's the goal scorer at City that Arsenal are lacking now. You want to convince me, say your system is better without a natural number 9. It's Arsenal, Enya, Obite Haaland or Mompe.
Yes, 𝐾𝐂𝐕𝐄 is doing the work.
Which way?
Scoring goals.
How many goals? You see, I've always said Yeteha. And Pep made the whole world believe that football has moved on from what? Number 9. So at some point, number 9 yeah, that's why Papa has done what touch striker about team to dominate what domestically and what and in Europe. Nipa no ka say number 9 hu hia no on one side done ne ho akoto striker aba. Arsenal could be playing very well at this point. I don't have an issue. But at some point they will start feeling the absence of what? A proper number 9 in their team. Just like Guardiola felt it at some point. Wasn't Klopp playing without a proper number 9?
But the goals are spread across.
And America does say, yes, you will feel it now. There was a season, Maya scored 25. Sterling had almost 30. Gabriel Jesus was giving his 15. Kevin De Bruyne will give you his 15. Kikabum say ahe. Bernardo Silva bema o 8B. Fulfo di bema o 10B. Kikani Nabum say 100. But even with Pep Guardiola, he felt that there was something missing in his team. And I'm saying this, trust me, say Arsenal and G League this season, they'll go in for a striker. Forget about the system that is working. And then club impose on or pay striker or press it or pay defensive striker and put Wakoto that win next. Who is the number 9? So the game keeps changing. So Arsenal fans shouldn't be content with what they have currently. Say, oh, you need number 9, we are scoring. In those tight games, you see how Mohamed Shrom. Because they say, baby, no team in this world will reject Erling Haaland. Team be anywhere, because you bring Erling Haaland and that's Harry Kane or because they pay. Because my system is huge, man. And then Arsenal will Harry Kane or won't pay. Won't Harry Kane improve your team? So with the certain comments, say they do not need. Yeah, the system is working. We've seen it with City some time back when they didn't play with an out-and-out striker and they were still dominating the league. They were even amassing 100 points to win the league without a proper striker, and they were okay. Until the coach felt say, okay, 𝐒𝐏𝐬𝐂𝐊, so he needed to bring in someone who can bang in the goals. I don't think I agree with Chris Sutton on what he's saying, because even Arteta knows. Say on this City share, the difference is always Haaland. And then so on this City here, the difference will be what? Haaland.
Erling Haaland.
Or not the big difference, no, and he knows. Oh, they can't have it to Erling Haaland. Oh, they Gabriel Jesus and 𝐾𝐂𝐊 ever to Erling Haaland. Mutala Yakubu go for your 𝐒𝐏𝐻𝐒. Thomas Tuchel. The only reason why, Mutala, I wouldn't put this coach in the same sentence as De Zerbi is because of our Champions League medal.
Apart from no.
Apart from no. Thomas Tuchel, you want to be Ukruma.
Hey.
Oh, Mutala. No, aside the Champions League, Champions League no Chelsea GL. That will be the only reason why I bought Thomas Tuchel Dinya. A bad thing, so I can't put the two of them in the same bracket. A bad thing, because of that winners medal. But aside that, what else has Thomas Tuchel shown in football? Because you're coach. See, you need to be exceptional in a certain way. Where is your identity as a coach? Thomas Tuchel is a coach without an identity. Because maybe besides Thomas Tuchel, what's the style of play that you struggle to even come up with? How he wants to play. When we know Klopp is doing the ginger pressing, when we know Pep is doing what? The tiki-taka with a little bit of directness. When we know what Mikel Arteta is doing at Arsenal, with them free-flowing, you can say, attacking display. No? When we know what Xavi is doing at Barcelona, when we know what Ancelotti is doing with the 4-4-2 diamond, Real Madrid, tell me, Thomas Tuchel, what's his identity as a coach? You can't hear a Champions League medal.
No, that's all.
And America say you can't. You tell me that he has a Champions League medal. Yes, he has a Champions League medal. But the Champions League medal is not doing the trick at Bayern. The Champions League medal is not doing the trick for him. Because now prove to us that you are still capable of doing it. And then he had to buy a year man now. Media pressure crowd for you see, he's a top coach, I understand. But the guy hasn't been consistent and he's not convinced me say he's the coach the world thinks he is. Tuchel is yet to convince anyone say since a year bongo for this year kuku dam the band of no but what has Tuchel done?
Won a Champions League. And
so he's in the same bracket as Di Matteo. And we can't say my bonnet.
Why bonnet?
Bonnet because Di Matteo was also a stopgap coach or who came in on an interim basis and won the Champions League. And the following season, everything just went down like that. So that's the caliber of coach we are seeing in 𝐒𝐏𝐬𝐒. I loved what he was doing at Chelsea. Me, I can say things I were coaching now from Dortmund to Paris Saint-Germain to Chelsea to Bayern. Chelsea now, which means that the guy wanted to do something. That was where you could see the guy's strength, the defensive game. But we've also not known German coaches to always go the what? Sad defensive way. No? We don't know German coaches to be like that. Mention the German coaches we know. Even the most recent ones. On an eco defensive approach. That's why at Chelsea, 𝐒𝐏𝐬𝐒 was unstoppable. But then Chelsea identity, won't be from Bayern Munich, because Bayern Munich would not set up like that. And now he's struggling. He's struggling because who team? Now Leroy Sané, who Harry Kane, who Matthias Tel, Serge Gnabry. And you are still struggling with a team like this. Oh, Mutala. And America say, 𝐒𝐏𝐬𝐒 the organization should be Krumuha. Yeka coach is pan gomunim coaching. Oh, see me and 𝐒𝐿𝐒 he's not really a heavyweight. And how will 𝐒𝐏𝐬𝐒 even transform the Premier League? That's the question I want to ask. What will 𝐒𝐏𝐬𝐒 do in the league? When you have Klopp, you have Pep Guardiola, you have Ange Kankao, you have Ange Postecoglou, you have Mikel Arteta, you have Unai Emery. What is Thomas Tuchel coming to do in the league? I can't watch your man in City crowd, you're maybe fifth. I just don't believe that guy is good enough for them.
You don't believe Thomas Tuchel
any Premier, unless I'm looking at mid-table teams, no. Yeah, man, mid-table. What was now? Unai Emery, yeah, man, mid-table team or the year. That is when I'll start to believe. Said this is what he can do. But until then, Thomas Tuchel hasn't proven anything to me, Josiah. He's here to prove something to me. Say he's that coach.
He walks with a medal around his neck.
And what does that medal do?
Champions League.
The medal cannot still not save him.
It's in his resume.
I understand. But that's in the past. Now prove to us that you still have it. So Champions League campaign again, you're not chasing. We'll be not chasing will be here. Wasn't when Lampard started that campaign?
Yeah.
I'm sure a German no fitting if you just in the ground and qualify. He just needs to prove to us or to the world. The way at Deserbi also still has a long way to go.
He went to PSG and won the League One.
Mutala. Même PSG c'est ça league. Même PSG n'a Kylian Mbappé, même Ousmane Dembélé c'est league na. Almost every coach called PSG at league. In the last 5-6 years, every single coach I call league. Provided say we do more than one season or G League. There are big games coming up this weekend. What are Liverpool going to win?
They are going to win.
They are winning.
Oh, okay.
They are winning this particular tie against City. I was checking the records. What is that sense? Club and a Pep and a Pep Bishop Club league. Neither team has been able to do the double over the other. Shows you the kind of competitiveness between these two teams. Either say 2 pie. I remember the season on ball home and I won't go 2-2-2-2 no. Quality classic Premier League game. And whenever these two teams meet, Mutala, you know say the Premier League comes to a standstill. Because we are going to see quality from the technical end, quality on the pitch, everywhere. So in games like this, if you're a referee, you pray say you don't goof. The only thing as I say, I'll say Liverpool have got ahead of this City team is a mental toughness. They are doing it with small boys. They are doing it with old men. They are doing it with injured players. It just said, they know what they want. They are fighting for something. They feel when they lose, they've let someone down. And that is what they are riding on. Some psychological, some mentality, you know. Say, you lose super, ya mo bi ahwe. Because major injuries are Liverpool, and realistically, they shouldn't be playing like this. 2 seasons ago, when Van Dijk got injured, what won this year? The way they struggled, or it was last season. And Van Dijk prior, that was when they finished what? 5th. Had injuries, Trent, a woman with Robert Intimikwa no aba. But this season they have those same injuries, even with Salah. Jota is out. No Alisson. And they are still doing it even better. So that should tell you that they have something. And you see, Sepan, one of the teams at Liverpool, City, they always struggle to beat is this Liverpool team. Since Klopp, any Pep share Premier League team. If there's always been a coach, what in my Pep, a drink with here is Klopp. There's Anfield. Mo Salah is back. We have the mental fortitude. And Haaland doesn't have a good record against us. Mutala, the stats, numbers, they are all speaking in favor of Liverpool. And Haaland, since Obaye, games on Liverpool, now one go penalty.
Now one go you pay.
Oh, that's a Rashford Mokrachi Liverpool show of Brace Nadiade. She said, a woman in Haaland, Unya Liverpool now intimidation. It means there's a no-go area for you. And you see that one of the games, the matchups now you be within the game no, and Van Dijk Haaland. That is what people want to see, like Van Dijk nearly Haaland. And this is where you find Van Dijk in the beast mode. Beast mode.
Sir?
Beast man.
And then so is also suggesting this season it is Konate.
No, we live for the big games, Mutala. Van Dijk lives for the big games. Salah is coming back. The only big misser Ebeha Liverpool in this game could be Alisson. But then Kelleher has also proven say he's a worthy number 2. So I'm looking at the Liverpool team, irrespective of injuries. Now I still feel that they can beat this City team, and I'm saying it here that Liverpool are going to win comfortably. Comfortably. Because we have Van Dijk who will deal with Haaland. The rest is just I don't see how Liverpool are going to lose this game. I'm saying it here again. And once Liverpool are able to get over that hurdle, if I'm considering the matches Arsenal have got to play, an away fixture to the Etihad, away fixture to the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, away fixture to Old Trafford, Arsenal, it doesn't look good. They show more fixture. They have Wolves to play. They have Brighton to play. Oh shit, 3 teams no more pre-league now. Or more fixtures near Arsenal. Go and check. You can check, and they know. Or more share matches are Mutala a more demo more Arsenal. They have tough games to play because we watch Chelsea, Obebo Wolves, Obebo Brighton, Obebo Manchester United, Obebo Tottenham Hotspur, Obebo Manchester City.
But Arsenal have shown over time that they are good enough to cope.
When we were talking about City winning the title in the last 3 years, we've always spoken about their 12-game plus winning streak. There was a season they went 21 games winning streak. Can Arsenal replicate those numbers? So those figures achieve a replicate. They are playing well. But then we've seen Arsenal say once they stumble, getting up again becomes a problem for them. It takes time. They are not a team of makers of Oshe, then they just get up on their feet and what? Start going again. Once they stumble, it becomes difficult. They need to reset. And someone once that they get back again. I'm not taking anything away from them. I still feel that they've proven that the tactics is working, the system is working. But beyond the system, do they have that attitude, the character? That's another question. Because now Liverpool, are relying solely on what? Their mentality and their character to do it. So with Arsenal, fixtures okay, and wait to sit in poker, there's a whole thing on it too. Manchester United too will come, Brighton will come. Maybe that's where we will see De Zerbi at his best. Kakra. Maybe in that game, De Zerbi can come up with a master class.
Last is so much Arsenal.
Maybe De Zerbi, that's the game De Zerbi can come up with what? A master class. But Mutala, aside that, I don't see anything happening. Quickly, to La Liga. Barcelona at home, and to Mallorca. It's a huge game for them. I keep saying the La Liga title is not over. But maybe someone might not understand. Last weekend was a perfect week in the La Liga for teams to have closed up that gap. Closing that gap. But unfortunately for Barcelona, they had a tricky and a tough away fixture at the San Mamés. Bilbao, this is Bilbao for Bilbao for Ataumenisa. This season, Bilbao. This is the same team that went all the way to the Wanda to beat Atletico Madrid.
I was even surprised they drew with Barcelona.
No, it was a tough game. Even Barcelona knew it was a tough game. You see what happened to Real Madrid at the Mestalla? Very, very difficult games. But then Girona, no, not there. Girona, I think Barcelona will have to win this particular game comfortably. Since they say 8 points, so win, keep it at 5. Once you are playing first, once you win, there's always pressure on Real Madrid.
Yeah.
And Osha, Madrid and Soa, they'll be at home to Celta. Maybe you'll be hoping that Madrid will drop points. Celta could go there and upset them. Because once the gap becomes 6 points, Mutala is dangerous. Because there's still an El Clasico to play. Mind you, I'm saying this, the league is not over, especially the La Liga. No? Mutala, it's not over. Mami share Nyekoso Mutala, I say we need the Syria and the Inter.
Oh,
no, Inter. But since they lost that game at home to Sassuolo, they are yet to lose a game. And Osha AC Milan are one Osha Juventus are one. It's nowhere near where Inter is. I've told you this season, the best team in Europe is Inter. Because Inter can go into a game, change the entire first 11, and still have an equally good 11 to play again. That's how good they are. That's the depth they have. There's someone who can equally substitute the person and play well. Marcus Thuram Praye, Alexis Sanchez is playing fine. Mkhitaryan was out, Fratesi replaced him. If Damian is not there, there's a Dumfries. If Pavard or someone is not there, there's another player to replace them. So with Inter Milan, look at the point gap. I'm looking at the point gap and everyone 15 points. That's equivalent to 5 games. With 11 games to go left to play in the Scudetto. Dabena Inter lose 5 games. I don't see it happening. They've won the league from that end. Marisha Bayer at home to Mainz, it should be a win for them because our league not won. Liverpool Mutala,
Josiah Okoe Quaye and I'll tell you on so keep your messages coming. I've told you that it's very important to this show what about making kind Eddie amount and it's 0506 367 196 0506 367 196 what about making kind the amount you try and about if in some no another quantity ewa or no this is on Max 89.7 FM. Okay, messages now about wasting Nana. Tell him that Saliba has Haaland covered for the past 2 seasons. Now Haaland hasn't scored due to Saliba's move on him. We're gonna win Man City and Brentford this weekend. Gunners all the way. I am Martin Texan from East Lagos. Nana, I told you already that Josiah doesn't like us because we have been scoring and winning them. Well, greetings, Mutala. The show is airborne and I am doing the listening live. I agree with Josiah. Deserving is overhyped. Finally, I wish my darling club, Hearts of Folk and the Black Satellite all the best. Onga from Medina. Well, good morning. My name is Patty Agoso from Pram Lower Town. I can play 2 positions more than Disasi and Gusto. Max FM, please, Mutala, I like the way Josiah take time to explain the issues with his technical eyes and brain. That is why most people don't get him right. Fantastic, Josiah. This is from Prince inside Tema Community 9. Well, Mutala, it is very sad. Now, Man United is struggling to be in the top 4 with a team like Aston Villa in front of you. We can't overtake them. We are Sepanye. Greetings to all and Nana Ofe. Norman Passam East Legon Blue Gates. Well, good morning, Mutala. Believe Liverpool. Also, this is believe Liverpool cash man from Insawum Aquamo VIP Barbering Shop. Okay. Skillions from Laos. Apart from Champions League that Thomas Tuchel won with Chelsea, he has done nothing special with any team as a coach, and even the UCL. Lampard did everything for him. Tuchel is just a lucky coach. Well, good morning, Max. It is Prosper from Nunga. I agree with Josiah. Deserbi is not any special coach, but he's just an average coach as the players. Please, we don't need Tuchel in our club. He should stay miles away from our club. Good morning. Felix Tom Lee, that's my name. Turn and they do that Man City is winning this Sunday. Amen. No, they can't. Good morning, boss. I am listening to you live from inside Amasamai STC office, opposite the police station. Chelsea and Kotoko win their matches. From Befi Kofi Richard, Happy International Women's Day to a sweetheart, Felicia Akria Koshi. Labadi Befi at Odoko and another way by. And this one says, hello, good morning. This is Abednego Hazard inside Dowenya. Greetings to you all, especially Nanedu. I'm praying I will be on radio with him one day. I mean, Nanedu, I like him a lot. People always blast Chelsea for spending 1 billion on players, especially my friends, mostly my United friends. And I want to get the platform and explain things to my Chelsea fans. Chelsea for life. That we know this is a complete strikeout. Piaga from Achim Asafo. Which is a good morning. I am Kagawa GH, listening live from Kaswa. I'm watching Black Satellite well in today's game. Good morning. I'm Dominic, listening to you live from Nkukuran. Man City will be moving up the table this weekend. You guys are doing a great job. Where they all say hi, one for be anchor. Where you say good morning, Max Sports, more fire. Great work from the Leverkusen guys for equalizing their game and not letting Karabakh break their unbeaten run. I am Sam Luda inside Akusi. Peace, shalom. We see more fire. Great work from Leverkusen. Okay, and one of my this one says. Sam Luda, that's a message in Abami. No, okay, me. We say good morning, Max Sports Max FM. Liverpool made my day yesterday. We win by City by 2-0. Osman inside Alaj. Greetings to all. Really love the show. We say good morning, Mutala. My name is Patty Agoso from Pram Lower Town, Barcelona this weekend, and I said the Barcelona win this weekend, and I hate Chelsea. Good morning. This is Raymond from Pram. Please, I'm a Chelsea fan. What is the problem with Chelsea? Okay. Well, say good morning, Mutala, aka Josiah, the anti-city man. He's at it again. He will laugh at the wrong side of his mouth on Sunday. This is Bonnie at City inside Burma camp. This one says, GM and Max FM, please help Mutala, please help me if it is true. Thomas Tuchel is coming back to Chelsea. If I may ask, Michael Agbeku, aka Agree for short. I know your report, Kekaba. And I'm the best try on one by a bar, will go straight to a finsem.
all-new IMAX 32 Android television with advanced
Max 89.7 FM. Ye kwa mano ne sabre de ebefie na ye de ofie bia so abro. Me de Mutala Yakubu Ghana Premier League match day 20 fixtures ningina aba abedwa. Games no do na ene wo ho. Interesting games and so near him say beba so. This weekend you Accra Lions any a brekum Chelsea or Kumasi Asante Kotoko kofa na wo ne eye Karela e de akopem so e wo na Lerigu. Ariana I will also engage Legon Cities Bichim United will come up against Samatex. Will be any Gold Stars any Great Olympics and the Bepem so. Then there's Heart of Lions against Real Tamale United. Heart of Folk and Sonebo Fwakwa Edebepem so Swataman will take on Dreams FC. And of course there's Nations FC against Mediema. Getting interesting. And then I catch also all African games, opening ceremony Kesepa Ebebaso or the University of Ghana Small Stadium. And also the Black Satellite under coach Desmond Ofe. Bomb first match in the All African game against Congo Nenumwe. They train him say Ghana Ebedin Kunim. Matches be able to all African games in South Sudan under 20, Womatana, Senegal, Echo Makabako, South Sudan, Nigeria, and so Etra Uganda, Echo Makami, no Mutimu, Ayabako. And then there's Ghana against Congo, then there's Gambia against Benin. After 19 games in the Ghana Premier League, saying a table no Etio, Samatex are on top with 35 points. Asante Kotoko, they are second with 32 points. Ediana Tosumiensa with 30 points. Nations are fourth with 30 points. In Swaterman Etoso fifth with 30 points. Brekum Chelsea and so 30 points. And they are sixth. Heart of Folk are seventh with 27 points. Great Olympics with 27 points and are eighth. Bichim United at Toso ninth with 26 points. Mediema are 10th with 25 points. Legon Cities with 25 points. Almost Toso 11. Dreams FC at also 12 with 22 points. Baby any Gold Stars, they are 13th with 21 points. Accra Lions with 21 points. Omotoso 14th. Karela are 15th with 20 points. And the last three teams on the Ghana Premier League table, Bofakwa Tano, who are 16th with 19 points. Heart of Lions at also 17th with 18 points. Royal Tamale United and Arida toward they are 18th with just 18 points. And see, Ghana Premier League match the 20 focus no. So that's an All African Games and the opening ceremony kakraka. Because the likes of Shatawali Munina perform here. But first off, yeah, discuss Ghana Premier League. It is dear to our hearts. Nana Dakwa Jesse, Ghana Premier League commentator. Abe PMO. Nana
Agwazi
Yama Kwaba.
Yenya Boko.
Yeah, Nyaminadum. Second round of the league, I shall say interestingly. Send the econo. It is going well, and who as a commentator, from the commentator's point of view, I shall say same how.
Oh, before say the MP for Bayana, one more iron, one say MP say breaks be back competition be more. Ayana a check excitement be free competition. But the good thing about this season's Premier League is that and Sunday be breaking a African Cup in the crown. Na league net take an interesting shape. That interesting shape was that a club like Samatex was leading the Ghana Premier League after the first round. The only second season in the Ghanaian top flight. No even see that. You had teams like Asante Kotoko struggling to make the top four before the AFCON. na womo ase ono so omo more no na daddy. We've all seen the struggles of RTU. Nefri se Bashir effort. Ebeji out of Lions team no. Sibia opezo yen kakra na upija wumu. Oshe die tanku ede Karela ya. Omudi jana kwine na damba beso mu. Oyi kotoko free mu in the FA Cup. Na yeshe ni how Karela is going to perform in the Premier League. So even before the start of the second round, the expectation was big. Na Dudwana Ewa said Ghana Premier League is going to get much better when the second round starts. Now, I know NFA ade dia yenina enjoy. For me, like I always tell my friends, every day they do trimming and more trimming. So Charlie headquarters, sometimes there's a temptation that you are so familiar with these teams. You know these players so well. You know the dimensions of all these football games. Arana Okotna TV so na radio so as commentator, for instance, Kotoko and Gold Stars. Unim fakwa bono ebeko. Right? And so Okotna TV so na yambo vanka ni mutala to question ma so nana haine beshe. Na so ampa wanu ko yuka. Osi Kotoko beshe. Na penny ampa wa ko commentary. Na Kotoko she Gold Stars. In the minds of people, you had even premeditated the results. It's good, say, yeah, Ubetima can want them na wajiji na game night. But for me, one thing I always find difficult doing is to predict the outcome of matches. Commentary. Although you need to have a fair idea of the possibility of the outcome of the game you are going to do, because I know I never guide you through your commentary. But speaking of outcomes before you go and sit down to be a commentator, I personally do not think is right. And it's something that I have not done in many times. But regardless, every single game I witness on TV, so yeah, commentary radio, so or Max FM, and our affiliates across on Maximum and any canal. I tell you what, the last season Premier League now exciting, and I be Kaya this season they are also so. Embedded, because it's difficult to tell when Samates is going to follow. And it's difficult to tell whether House of Oak are going to stop accelerating now after the Ouattara magic. Ubizan say Adriana no omotiada na is it going to be Sebia Mampo America Obekwani Abesan to say the anano ya Olusu league title no. So nyoma bebre account for and a league no exciting. I make us say the Akaya is going to be much more exciting. Samabodu for the first time in 2 to 3 years or 2 years, we decided to join the football club. I will join the Chelsea. The big question is, after his progress from Shooting Stars, Mediama, and Accra House of Oak, our double winner. Nyamimanu Kwamanu Ghana under 20 coach no. What magic is Buedu able to work with a struggling Brekum Chelsea team? Abaka Damba's name is that Damba has always been a goalkeeper's coach after his playing days. But there do not finish that Damba has a CAF coaching license, a CAF A. So Damba fits to coach any other club like any other license-bearing coach in Ghana. And Damba has taken the opportunity to also do something in the Premier League with Karela. The big question is, after Karela movement from Tamale to Nariluguno, is Damba able to help them survive the Ghanaian top flight? And also the idea, yes, Shani Musa Beden, a bit me a day the league room in the second round. Then I'm coming back to House of Oak. That was Tara guy, eh?
How do you see him?
No, nobody should underrate him. He knows what he's about. You see, sometimes things don't happen by accident too. Odeshaba. And some TV mazem bebe frost up so no ye juma be boano no. No who dey obetima you. Oko onzu timi bo mo je CAF Champions League and afford domestic titles. Sebiu. Team Bena, omunim de omo ya ombe papa we so ombe omo technical director. Obi e wan so a Oko with that club. In the last 10 years in African football, these are two of the most successful clubs. We Ali now be Omo Mwakana, Untimin Kanjam say, Obo successful clubs of African continent in the last 10 years, Omo TV Mazin Beni Wak of Morocco. I have for the Donasu, Wakwa no your first team coach, but or a technical advisor, technical director, the team pony na junior air football munum, and only coach need to be Kabuma, one met my coach team, and not Chris Timbagan or better technical director, and you know, be a Muna Bumfiano, because when he stepped out of his role as a technical director, or better any coach, into the Watara stepping out of the role as technical director, Ama, Vidad, and Afimpu, TP Mazimba, why do you doubt his ability to transform this House of Folk team that is not short of talent but short of a sound technical direction?
Okay, now as a Ouattara buying, the biggest beneficiary are the French players in the world team. Lindam Tamgi, Edu baby now as na has career now. Apakusi Anessa. Obaye no Ouattara by he's played all the 3 games and he's been very effective. Kasim Sisi. More or less as one was 70 position with Hamza up front.
Na Gledo Tanga.
Yeah, Gledo Tanga so bo.
Okay. And Crabbo House of Foka, as some more moments, so yes, I won't rat in Bium. Once the coach, no, one must more catch him after such a man show me first go on. Or catch him crown said, such a man for in Bobo. Has bet my show me no anami and son 9. We saw him said, Diana home. How much summer and crown crowd I show mu. The show more training, no more refiana. And when my Socredu was speaking to me after the game, what me said second half, no Ouattara Bebono. Ouattara Mboni said, Ouattara him coaching Sino. The Ouattara catcher and Rantin, Omo ye, the Ono Maso catcher and boys no one yet. So Ouattara is using the same material as Koopman, Eddie almost struggle, you know. And a person with their transformation, Bikaka. And it's working. Sometimes you need to be a man manager. And also what me be a with managing for personalities, no more character. As a way to me or my juma. Other than that, you don't get the best out of them. Anything or buy when you busumba ko Ghana. And so I see Kofi Agbesima and any captain.
Yeah, Kabiba was one of the biggest decisions that a coach can take.
What is about?
I say what team for na something can't a captain word dada. Now I share another coin you must say there be me face another choir me captain. It's a very tough decision because you can get unpopular with some of the players. Once the players so me cool no man our team name. Be at the captain or no one the faction the dada. So if the decision does not go down well with him, but Kofi Agbesima the first season of boy has ni. He's the captain now.
And I may say successful coach biano. Only players sunu omu buying. Omu ne omu ya bia. Now it's me in order to get the best out of them. Don't forget, this was the same Kofi Agbesima that struggled in the first game of the league campaign against RTU. Subsequently gave a goal in the game against Bofakwa, lost his confidence. He's the reason as of did even push for Afrani to start playing games. Their preferred centre-back partnership was Afrani and Esibe. But Agbesima, with a strong mentality and character, on direction. And now he's also full captain in his first season.
For me a good partnership.
And it's primarily because Afrani of fitness concerns. And I But I have no doubt about the quality of Unimi. Sometimes when Agbesima is doing that for him. One thing you can't take away from Agbesima is his leadership qualities. Or Captain Bechem United for close to 4 seasons. Coach, you shows all work TP Mazembe no Agbesima. But he comes and observes him at training for 2 weeks. And he names me captain. And to the American said, Sanyoma win now and Emma second round near room will be very exciting. Look, Sisena has one of the neighbor boys, you know. Or attributes there. Center forward is Kakrebi Penobo Kruma CCU.
Everything is saying.
The attributes no. As a mature cry. Physical strength. Positioning and patience. Confidence. First touch. Checking the matches not check is who attributes to ya. Hamza need to you fox in the box on your canasem because of a show. But when you bob on and nana no it's your technique is shegu. Who start the share in such a man for no? Born in 90 bomber course or some Johnny Koji born about 2 net.
Yeah.
And then first fourth attribute, confidence. So when you will become when him say who face will be poor. Was a nature bobo and abba machia man player. Let me the 18 yard box Makoji pass a koshe. So there's something nice cooking at House of Folk. I'm feel say the Bema fans neni asanje no enye secretariat no and I say commercial center no and I say problem my own. Results on the pitch.
Is the goalkeeping situation solved? Because they say no. I said Atana than the first choice, and I heard he has been named the assistant captain.
Only SB. Oh, say a sign what to. And I face to cry no. I feel this is a sign.
But you were always saying Ata is not a bad goalkeeper.
Ata a bad goalkeeper. Saying come on,
you stood by that thing for a long time.
I know. I won't say sometimes no.
Nah, I seminar.
Who any partner say who two and a mobile or Jumbi ma. Your friend be self-discipline.
Okay.
Ata minimum be no do fear. But goalkeeper be no as I wait na na tawo 3 months ago near did go. What I say? Into no. Ebi ana kese won ho. But kese won ho kra na you training be obeya also better.
Yeah.
And I think say we shall attend now we shall attack last 5 months can't you see a drastic change?
Yeah, very big change.
He can still improve. What I said. But to keep 2 games in the second round has about 2 and about 1. About 2. What's that 2 now? What's that 5 goals? What consider Bako? Remember?
Yeah.
So Atta is on the good part. By when I'm Madriam in Nakakra, so bet me room bioma ampedu because Befi is playing so well. Befi born no born a very technical.
Do about 2.
And I said 2.
So I don't think ampedu te bench no.
What I say? But
ampedu first round of Wahas games ningina. And he was more or less one of their best players.
Boy, no one need coaching. Or your best player, but collectively, it doesn't improve the team. Individually, it seems to be doing something right, but collectively, it doesn't improve the entire team. So you need a coach to be able to identify this. And Ouattara has seen that Ampadu Sanye, but Befi is more efficient and effective at that position. Don't forget, but Unipa Debbie Bakui. Matic, tell them Matic about right back.
Yeah, me kind of Matic no start his right back.
So what I don't know, Oba no, what be Titi and Sembe
I
don't know how many decisions. What I say?
To when your influence be yourself away by force.
No, so I'm asking myself, why is Nuruddin on player? The big question is, when is he coming back into the team? A bedding.
Now Salim no buy then or the other team no.
Adam Shy, boy, your friends. Obin Junior or Doma. Also my pamno. I'm also in the campu. And it comes on my 1.5. So House of Folk, I see them getting into a new phase.
Can you do that? My honor maybe say Salim no. Of course it's not buy. Then or the other team no.
What does it mean? But what you say? He's been out of competitive action for long. And you need about 5 games to step up. But me unsa na Josiah Okoe Quaye Jimmy 𝐶𝐈𝐕𝐄 question. Me na me say me friend na catch the next time and him bisa sa question ni biom. Okoe Jimmy 𝐶𝐈𝐕𝐄 say Osha na wa kwere rusty ana. Bisa na answer Jimmy 𝐶𝐈𝐕𝐄 the catch say dey be onye rusty. But the awaku be o park no so no. And no more expecting say obe. Me nka say Salim aye rusty. Maybe a boy person Salim bono enye bi no obo no. Because Salim improve has transition be much faster.
Okay.
Because this is no only when no omo conflicting roles Congo ni no. Otanga. But it's helping their movement as well. Meaning say be a direct instruction from Ouattara. I see something like a double pivot.
Na Salifu tio monimana.
Salifu, then Lenda, then Cisse, then the lead striker. And it's about the players' adaptability to the new formation by the new coach. But the limit many whom they audition bakwezi House of Folk are doing something right.
House of Folk are doing something right. Nana yaka Kumasi Asante Kotoko. He started second round, first game Heart of Lions, and Quaye second game Omasha 1. Nano adamiti TV sona. Yeah, she Kotoke games are wabo babayara. Nana wabo be 5 games of babayara. Nina 1-0 no winning. They create so many chances, yet they miss so many opportunities. On first nibi kase the ingenuity of Prosper Ogum and the brilliance of Lamptey and Mukwala ne Kutomo ba ohwe kotoko team na nkasa issues wom. One, Sheriff Mohammed is not available for the second round. She started second round 2 games awasho from Asante Kotoko nyina no wadwe o say team no.
Okay, the kind. Mr. March. Now, Ejumana, me, you have in Kobe, Ejumana. There's a deal from ESCT on the table, which is close to 400,000 for Mukwala. Only that Mukwala contract do. Mukwala is refusing to extend his contract at Kotoko.
Yeah.
Mukwala. Now, what is our said? So Mukwala refuses to extend the contract to Kotoko. Her recipe for confusion. If your best player, your best striker, is refusing to extend, but do you also know about the situation of Lamptey?
No.
About his contract?
No. So the need the say on some
contract.
And are there offers for them from outside? And as a club, now a person more new offer.
Club Kotoko are willing for the boys to take contract extensions. Okay? So that in the event that the teams come, Kotoko will be the beneficiaries.
Okay.
But it's dependent on what you are offering the boys to put their pen on that paper and sign. So what meeting the demands are, you are the loser because at the end of the season they walk away as free agents. And see, if you don't put on your negotiation skills and your thinking cap, now in Korean transfer with their representatives, no one convinces you and sign for from our they'll go for free at the end.
It's a bit same Mukwala. So you $2,000. No say me offer from a year Setif. Also remember me $4,000.
Match the 4,000 for him to stay. Or meet him halfway, 3,000. Are you able to offer him, or you drag your feet?
$10,000 a month, and yes,
but here is a foreigner who is playing in somebody's homeland. Say Ghana for so kwa buche salenti onu no sana ne dey na kwakwe. What I say? But that aside, when I'm coming free Kotoko, team na can say now no see the one best struggle. Second round we. Say Jamna for me na boni say they struggle.
Me be south sir because we share team now. I say there are so many yes. I say why have it's not many Kotoko that we know.
Everybody now realize that sometimes things are not built around individuals. So, but no craning yami no. Say Lamte you feel to team no. I don't campaign. And I unim. I'm saying that he's the most important player in the Kotoko team. His absence unbalances the team. It doesn't give the team drive. He's the best passer of the ball in the team, and he's a leader. I want to inspire him. No, you are. You struggle, and he's been able to build an understanding with Mukwala. I say, goals at Mukwala this season now. 90% of them are assists from Lamptey. Amidu Akwa is a young boy, but who do you mean to consider Betiso? You need to flourish amongst the big players are women in the airborne.
Oh, say Amidu Akwa put it now and says or starting with first team. He was brought to the junior team, but players need be any and Chino Manabu. I
won't say Ogum no. This I won't say the interview say sometimes we shall not communication problematic. Now the Kasana Snoopy no come out. Who did me say? Rocky Jamani SHS last season, but you think he's fit enough to play in the Premier? Rocky Jamani started even playing the Premier last year. He scored against
old school, you know.
Noble Premier. Under Ghazali.
Yeah.
He scored against Samates in Samra Boy. So if Ogum, who is a firm believer in youth football development from his days at Wafa, now Oga James Amidu Akwa is a Gobo Premier now. Kotoko bought him with the intention of giving him the exposure in the Premier, and he's taking it. He's one of the best performers of Kotoko this season.
One big problem that I a bit worrisome, mommy. What the player can offer, and I saw the player to be someone who was going to hit a certain height. Emmanuel Koti, yes, I need free in Swaterman Bass and Tekotoko. Oh, but then I say, two no Casa Justice Blair Jabon so. Okay. Now, because she had the camp, while only pan the camp. So, me and the Chicken Command and the Trevor say, now, Cote class them different. At bear right backs, bear three, or other than Sana. Blake crying, then about bear right back and Sana Cote County. Kotoko bear 4, 5 right backs.
Where is Augustine Japan?
Yeah.
They brought a right back from Bofakwa. Someone. You know him, yeah. There's another right back there. Thank you. Even that boy that came from Susubiri can also play as a right back. Okay. But they went to the market to bring 𝐒𝐿 Quaye. See, me na me nkofo I started say hype Quaye wo Ghana. Okay, because I know that boy. But mama can say me sure we play our own. So we picking out the moment be look, that is the toughest test for you as a player because when you bet no, we form the bet ma tiako. So boy ni team we be share ni team.
𝐒𝐿 Quaye.
Yeah, mama can say me sure. Me, you do swatre. I decided to find out from them why they sold the boy to Asante Kotoko. Now, and some I'm you know, and I'm going to say, Charlie, people don't take decisions anyhow or based on emotions. So people calculate, they look at the cost-benefit analysis of decisions they take and arrive at a point that will satisfy them. Why the monetary nations in Swatre you can't say blanket. So almost a nation, almost in Swatre 4. Why the Kaiser game no? No, Charlie, you saw you. Why the Kai? This is in Ghana Premier League. We've been checking my
nations.
Nations any and Swatre this season. Abrankesi. It was 4-0 or 4-2 something. Why the who's that game no?
Maybe Shama.
Munko check his game. I'm not sure it was on TV. Mun check it for a goals in the free buy. Now Munko analyze it. 𝐒𝐿 Quaye performance in that game. Then.
Also 4-1.
Thank you. He was the weakest link in that Nswacheman team. It was that day that Nswacheman decided to sell the boy. Because Kotoko already making advances for the boy. But Nswacheman got a feeling said, boy in the 4 minutes take up. Udi Agrosso on the contract betima bury here. After Susu Krapu. Value ni betima bafom. So quickly, they cashed in on the boy. Thinking say, me, boy no Makura, in my mind, he was walking straight into the Kotoko team. But confidence no for me. Abra confidence was through. Abra good form. Good form and confidence and a number. We form no form our confidence or form. Because nobody can convince me Justice Blay is a better right back than 𝐒𝐿 Quaye. But Blay confidence will be a Drusesiano. Nothing can stop him. Into boy no, he's going to play second fiddle. Until say Blay pra and now Blay gets a terribly bad day in a game. And so when you be about because say Kotoko is playing with the formation now, obi ababetia say and a Blay in the body state channel in the post channel park and so no, he fits into that 3 back than Quaye. Otherwise, what you can use Quaye for is to use him as a wing back. But when you have Amido Akwa and Morrison, you can't stick to that. And to boy in the Ninka say Kotoko Fred dancer Boka. You don't judge players based on their first season or maybe their first 2, 3, 4, 5 games. But he has to do a lot more to break into the team. And you know what some nations saying? And Nswacheman did. When you say Quaye no, Amutono, second round of last season.
Second round of last season.
Of last 2 seasons. Of last season, I beg your pardon. Maybe I'm turning free.
Derby.
Tamale City. Tamale City team na call relegation no. The kind to 𝐒𝐿 Quaye Freeman's team no call relegation. So Quaye came to play the second half of the season that City went to relegation and only played the first half of this season and has joined Asante Kotoko. So which means that the progress not rapid, but your progress cannot be rapid with inconsistent performances. Into no someone pop. And you know what they've done? They brought in a boy I know team did that. But because of the high profile nature of Quaye, no more money movie. Your friend of Frimpong squad. Unim or a more Frimpong Yakatwa. The former Santico captain, the most report. Unyaba Kusu a right backer or no or Katima Sama in Nswacheman any bar premium. But because Quaye buy no. So when you be more now he's gone and Nswacheman for Nebeka said they don't even miss him 𝐒𝐿 Quaye. Into be accommodate me that no dumponsro. He has to really work his way to convince the Kotoko faithful that it is about hype near the man as Oba Asante Kotoko because
I bet you home.
I don't get Japan. Japan rose to the ranks of Kotoko from a second division team in Sunyani.
Yeah.
To come and play for the Black Settlers and even the Black Galaxies. So Quaye, the ball is in his court. You don't get any better platform to show you're a good player than to play for Kotoko or House of Folk.
Nana, what up for Ibrahim that lad wing?
The lad, me just show some here better Kotoko Biomo. Unless something drastic happens.
Aden.
Who say somebody who only permissions about cannabis team. And I respect confidentiality a lot. The American natchez bia yan can't say where the moano. And I'm a magic, but the Akachem say a delicate and sensitive no. Sometimes you respect confidentiality because you know a relationship. Or because that sensitive, you are careful how you disseminate that information.
But do you think say he lost form at a point? And Frederick
is a better goalkeeper now. Menka said that him.
Now says yeah now.
All this about men from Manu Subone, Mpachopa.
Now I said now can.
Now na de kazi.
Frederick is a better goalkeeper than him
now.
Na football reading.
There be say about me no dem who ba ko performance, who ba ko performance. What I say?
Okay. So if I deduce something from what you are saying now, overall, the lad is a fantastic goalkeeper. But now, the CRS former Frederick is a better goalkeeper than him.
It's not for me to judge, but for me as commentator, I think that the whole form no order. No. But my biggest worry that I'm privy to some information, but I don't want to get to it. Why he doesn't even match the match day squad? What the man said? The man said he's lost his place to Freddie. For Freddie to be number one, automatically what happens? So Okoye number two. But these days, on just simple. So, like Nanedu said, is there more to it than footballing reasons that we are not aware of? You know me, Chelsea. But you see, because they got to come that's second on the league log.
Yeah.
So these are not issues that really bother people's mindset.
Because of maybe
and win games. If you are winning games, who cares about a goalkeeper who is not keeping?
Because I thought he was a darling boy too. And the Porcupine faithful.
But here's the goalkeeper that went to the World Cup and made Asante Kotoko raking a lot of money from the FIFA money that came. So he's always been on the heart of Kotoko faithful. And don't take it from him. He's a good goalkeeper. But it's here, no. Akrana mani so Freddie, no. And it's no fluke. Friends, they say he made Felix Chenu. Oh, I'm not on Koikos. Oh, Ligi Ebui. Is that lad no his representatives, advisors, got to company for no months because the anti matter to co waste. She said the amount for the and the co waste no. So we got to do something about it. Or a national asset or World Cup.
Also now every level of national.
Watching U17, watching U20, watching U23.
They're not going to two times now.
U17.
U17. Because I saw Boba Kokoba
Even 23.
You might need kudus. What I say, you
so every level than lad above that.
I was say, who said the ombe your madi fiasem and yabontiasem. So they should know how to manage it very well. No more the ombe because I wouldn't go keep announcing him go that rough. Moise Partey, share. But he's calm. He's bidding his time. Watching one of the biggest clubs in Africa. But that lad is what said, Eddie. Him a big boy.
As media practitioners, as we are in Central Germany, news. Is it not worrying for a coach to, move away from doing the pre-match press conference and doing the post-match as well? So, because now we always see David Oklu. We don't see the head coach. To not be crazy, we be a Siana.
Okay. They want to say. I was a Mutala, only Ampo Frankra, any Josiah Okoe Quaye. Monko General Secretary no, GF General Secretary.
Prosper Harrison.
Now under the Timo, Enko head of GFA competitions. That's Julius Imuna. Now Mumbisane say, competitions are GFA organizing no. Premier League, Women's Premier League, Division 1. At least the top flight competitions domestically, and the FA Cup. What are the terms and conditions for media engagement with the respective teams? Yawamra, and say every interview must strictly be done by the head coach and our team. And also say, Emre Daoni say, Kokoba. Any the deba omunyina efre busuan bako nti say head coach bo wa mo na say assistant coach ba esiwa until we're able to establish these facts oguminyo obi abone we can
violated any
we can argue on it based on sentiments, but based on law or Ogum infringing on any provisions with regards to media engagement, we need to find out what is on the table.
Yeah.
What I say? Because Ogum Nika said we are going to be a chem, abro koka se kotoko players be a politicians, And you know, if we say kasane chem koino on kasa bium. Abibi am konin chain, ye din komo kama. Da kuya me pa kudrobi design the coach. Inti di ampa intina Usma de do kluse oni embe interview de biara but mano kokotwa ya na macha na me ne diga gro na mastoreko because se me kobisa no kobisa me se emra be na che me se de bi ono na nkasa na che se minim madwuma wo
yes man
enso so abofu ayesi yesua de from hoyi. How many times are Georgian club woman assistant Becca or this sheba? Anasa Ancelotti,
Eddie,
Anna Gadola. Oh, Anna Postecogri. Inti sense for ne bi oma kanyo mo bi afa ogumu no de ahye team na kumum say into one kasa bi ma Mr. I don't think it's good for the hype of the game. And natural just somebody say Watara de mayen. Watara interview bi on baby news so.
Come to the training ground and watch. We are working.
Nyambe boy, I know quite a story.
The team is for the supporters.
Oh, catch him say you and your wife, you even have a problem at home.
Yeah.
Every team there's a problem in. What I say?
It's a big worry.
Oh, Moreno be assistant coach at Tico said they be an central from Kokasa. No, you see, it's about branding and it's about elevation of the team status. Now we are university lecturer, ukita PhD. After Nyaman Koya was assistant, they be a more Tico Kokasa. Sometimes I'm tempted to call my friend Asante Foku, who is an personal assistant to Ogum, and ask him, Foku, not in a role, he say, your friend role, Coach Rule. I don't know, he say, interviews, but like I'm saying, we can argue about it from the sentimental viewpoint, but I'm money there.
That's
it.
Now, one team I'm excited, me who I'm made for me, was Great Olympics. The last time game on ball no Heart of Lions ball so gakope. Me share line up in 50 hono no. Omo boy a 3-back system. Now in 50 hono no wing backs na I think Christopher Netty and Samuel Ashikwe and a ball. Now 50 hono they had Kasim or Razak. They had Glassin Awako. They had Emmanuel Entry. Anyone and no more Abdul Yusuf Razak. They will share those 2 fine goals, you know.
And one more guy.
Yes, one or more guys who are on them. Jimmy Kobla Ababe so team him. They look very excited. Nani ene Saint Osai woman communications director Kasai. Or say Black Star for fire be frempo. Onupo do expect be 8 Great Olympics players. I was a year team him. You've seen Awako gone back to Great Olympics. In the entirety, what do you make of the Olympic squad? Because on paper, Nana, it looks like one of the most exciting teams are currently even Ghana Premier League in.
Sento say maybe will be a chance, but I just say Onya will transfer. Olympics players, you have a friend blaster.
Okutu or see even Obineza Setre Bunina.
Setre.
Yeah.
Setre only was in Mumi. Amunya will trade. And now I do Michelle Jimmy and a Joe. Michelle, numbers them tapping about. Michelle no to here and you know with no wapon training or person refreshing oh Michelle Jimmy no circle we go meet me over me ba no na me see Olympics ntimunti talk about Jimmy but normal
yeah
chale Olympics but they've never been short of exciting talent too. Oh Olympics every given season, almost star man and a star man be our mayor. But there's one person in this Olympics team. We all talk about Olympics and we leave him out. Hey, Benjamin Sare, no mamu underrate, you know.
Me never say born corner so sa.
There be born corner so papa. He's made says papa this season or this year. Ben, Wadago. But he was even called into the provisional squad of the Black Stars for the African Cup of Nations.
Hey. Oh, Sento say you need a camera. Sento say Benjamin Asari call AFCON Libya. And Kono, he would take Benjamin Asari to be in the post ahead of all those guys. Goalkeepers here do Okoye, trainer here do Okoye ni na Atizigi, Jojo Wallacott ne Ofuri. Also mo me say na goalkeepers here do Okoye no. Wa modi, but goalkeepers here do Okoye na ba kokura ni ho a wonim that Benyama Asari currently.
I drink Asare no. You see now ye did no. It drew no so. A man mecano goalkeeper be ask me see any view. And I the goalkeeper because South Africa na World Cup qualifiers. Or Popoya me before about Kofi go Ghana man ko die. I see mo ache. Nti no nya abotre man. Ashikwe naturally or flourish in that wing back position because as our players now every day up space they bring on any no inti or pretty free sa echiwo na because Otimi scan park no na our passing range you know he's able to do a lot of things with the ball. Christopher Nete edu baby tamo bo asante kotko ne man bo number 8 and number 7 tamo obo acham divisa krano now 18 man bo advanced positions who the mecha say entino Jimmy no one sister nyoma bebre ya obeto say ano ye no because oni ano na ye adwuma ne bomu and na umbeka ya Razak ne awaku so season na awakunya ne best season no ni Razak na ebo and Razak Salifu Ibrahim Razak ya word best enti I say they are rekindling their old relationship akraba kwa obeka won no so I did different bite entry no na awaku ena ni ball nim de no osro ba pedo technically gifted entry no e ba awaku adwene susu mu na ba boy we no babunu ni energy any drive no the bobo say no it makes him the best player in Olympics right now hanaku one free kick or share against Bofakwa this is what free kicks and Nyansani na free kick technique in Kwano apply. And Olympics are making the most of this boy. Odishaba pass no the man Razak Yusuf no. Yeah. Razak Yusuf no say boy him say o make sa run no the ball in manner. Onim do the be why be sa we be train the bia. So it was just ball no the nani so na boy yo. Obon say na ball no cross through boy no control ball for 2 times and no share out of line on second goal.
I'm call Bayern Munich.
Entry I wa call Bayern Munich da. We dance man ball liberty. Enti say Olympics no ye busa wo. Omo ball na ye no omo ball Ghana no. Omo per league aje. Do they want to make the top 4? Omo ambition crown is same. And if their target is to win the league, the big question is it a realistic target? Should squad omo matches a dome winning. Nafa compro many summer text mediama kotoko any aduananum. Does Olympics have what it takes to win the league? I think no. But Olympic will make a great impression in this league.
They will make a great impression.
But they cannot win the league.
In the league. Summer text no one lose home. The FA no we great team. No win Amadou. Wa build the team na do baby. Na no ko win wo Adriana. And it was a good away win for them because Okona Najma Bedu Park now nya win wa Okoko win him. But their last game at the Nana situation ended in the defeat against A Nations FC. Me say baby ayakwa ya be do 19 games. Nana, is it about time ye tie no? We take Samate serious as a title contender. He's still now me say the who omuji. Because I'm still thinking about the Haas Kotoko who are always the front runners. But is it about time I need to Samate so ye they can also win the league?
It's a question that will test their character. So me pretenders and not me genuine contenders. Because for a team only playing their second season in the Ghanaian top flight, to be leading the league table within these weeks, and you fluke. And more Samatex team ni pano. Yo, bro, trust me, the guys are doing something positive. We're winning 11 games this season. Wabo drum you know elusu 6. Was it 25 goals and consider 13 goals. Now him baby Mutala Adriani bo say unya se obedim adon kompa na bibi betwa on ntem no wantimi ade chen adua say adua ni di be odin Sabo na nyenso na toy anko mo se nations for no nso ni say omonyoma no
sa
no it completely
na redu kasa say nsuo no
me say nsuo no my pound game no me start game no the next day So the nations people went to regroup and psych themselves up to say there be and now born in favor Samatex. But today it could be anybody's game because when say Sama boy, although and you crocus biano, nipa do na o ni na ye adwuma.
Yeah,
because of timber company no. Any companies are I would do. So Monday no, trust me. I will go on about 10 o'clock. No,
10 o'clock.
You not get the Samatex vibe. Am I making sense?
Yeah.
Mrs. Samatex on lose too much at home, primarily and basically because we're born in book. We are. Meminda. Samatex. All the more assemble very good team. No, Obianim said number 12 man air fans. No. And if you are playing a rescheduled game in the Premier League on a Monday morning at 10 a.m. Look, it's going to feel like a neutral venue for Nations FC. And that's where their confidence came on the same
10 o'clock.
Almost a goal in Tempa Pankofuni Prisubio Montimanticano. And it takes nothing away from the quality of Samatex. This one I think is just a blip. Because Uche Team and Kofuna Shishe, any bona or mubona, you can't take anything away from them. Right back now, no bottom. My friend Samotete, very good right back. That Edusian, our bomb left back no. Now you, prospect. And uncle also joining Kotoko Anase house, but essentially kept him. Okay, someone is warming the bench of that team. Onye be more. Okay, onye be more into Samatex. What do I say? They are one of the most complete outfield players in the Premier League. Baba Musa. And Upe
from Sky.
Yeah, right now it's difficult for me to choose between Keyeke, Lamte, and Emmanuel Entry. These are the best three midfielders in Ghana now currently.
Keyeke, Lamte, Emmanuel Entry.
Yes. Manaf, Ongogoe, Tempo no, Mwenye Diano Ostro. Why I say? So. Keke is like Keke Bese, you know, boy and friends and Kevin De Bruyne. It's like a new signing for Samatex.
Yeah.
The older the wine gets in the bottle, the better. And here's a guy who thinks he has unfinished business in the domestic league because he made so much headlines during his days at Kerala, made a big money move to Asante Kotoko, only to, quote unquote, to flop at Kotoko, primarily due to injuries. Then now he gets a lifeline at Samatex and he's grabbing it with both hands. When you go Shetia Adriana, top class quality finish.
Yeah, he's been brilliant for them.
Yeah, and he only by the way, but so much, you know, understanding in that midfield. And he, loud coach, he works in silence, and I'm beginning to think, say. Samatex have a feeling they can win the Premier League. I spoke to the owner of the team at halftime against Adriana. Nkache said, Richie, Uncle Richie, season where they were near Brio, how do you leave your job as managing director of the Timbako Summer Boy Company and drive on a Monday to come and watch Samatex play Adriana? Say, Nana, I'm doing that because I want to win the league. I want to see what my boys are doing. Because last season, Samatex got 2 early goals on the Mayan Crow Premier League man the Park with Fabin when he was at Adriana. And when Anna Walker was at Samatex, you know what happened? Half time, Adriana Betiti Canning Namaboni 2-2. And Tamara no bad man or Richie Sompany or baby. No more diagram send on Adriana Tia and they won. So Amomo Diano. The board are investing big time.
Okay.
The management led by Aka are working tirelessly. The technical body and the playing body are doing all they should do after being provided with every need they want.
Now, no, that me copy more baby any Nago Stars elbow game. Brekum Chelsea. I thought I would see your friend Samuel Bodu because you see we're the new manager of Brekum Chelsea. And a reporter about say Bechem United Sone Bismarck Kobi Eton Kwanta Omapai. 2 managers, Bako assign new, Bako so I want him consign. Let's first talk about Samuel Bodu at Brekum Chelsea.
I wish him well. He's a good friend of mine.
Easy. It is not like hard to folk na idea. Sebi, it might be difficult at 𝐿𝐿𝐶 when you want the quality, the materials. Yes, the likes of Stephen Amakona, Collins Amayamo, Adams Mo Honum, but it is not like hard to folk. It's a sure Jumana. Do you think Samuel Bodu is fit for this tax?
He's fit, but you see, sometimes in life, every decision you take, you should consider the timing of the decision you are taking and the circumstances surrounding the decision you want to take. 𝐿𝐿𝐶, with all due respect, Samuel Bodu is not bigger than 𝐿𝐿𝐶. It's something you people must get it at the back of your minds. Okay, Odesheba, Samuel Bodu only bigger than 𝐿𝐿𝐶. But in recent times, the profile for the profile for Kudruno as a achieve amene wabedani elite coach. Think a Sabi Organa Bia, you like Samuel Bodu to be part of your technical team. So, may come that idea. My first say Chelsea is a big club. As a matter of fact, until said Mediama Cup group stages of the Champions League. No, not Chelsea was the last club or the Ghana era Champions League group stages.
Yeah.
Now, when coach Sabo coach 𝐿𝐿𝐶 Chelsea, Hans van der Plumer coach Chelsea da. Your friends saying, Papa your car baby, Abu Bakar.
Oh,
Yusuf. Steve Pollack.
Steve Pollack me kind of pa. Steve Pollack back what to Subeboa.
Alan Walker.
Yeah.
All of these coaches have coached Chelsea. What do I say? So,
and Christopher ni subeye juma ho.
Aye. Now they don't put their base markers no relatively unknown.
Yeah.
And not buy. Anyway. But if you look at how these coaches are about Chelsea, what Mark said, Samuel Bodu one of the achievers are all about Chelsea. What I say? You see, when you are walking into a team, the profile may determine how you are accepted there. What I mean, Chelsea. So you say, hey, coach already has G double on there. So expectations go through. Who is our saying? Materials are breaking Chelsea ni. Any expectations are breaking for Benyama Samuel Bodu no. Anye bia obetimi ama breaking for any agiana. You see, task ben on the mass Samuel Bodu on Major League ma o mo ana. Wo me develop players o metimi atete aton ana. And as one dey o mo place top 4. Then butai ne so mo ni so. Set target ni to win the Premier League this season there. They will fail because you can never happen in the mini league. I know Sano. Now with the pressure to coach ni so ama wakwa say bia o a failure. As no onye failure. So Chelsea and Samuel Bodu must come clear in what they want from this relationship. Sebeya edim papa Samuel Bodu ababejino en konko sewo baby because you do not expect Samuel to win all games. It means see. And you should be prepared for the backlash when the results don't come.
Besma Kobe.
As I'm going to say, I believe in confidentiality. What I say? Because I was privy to the genesis of this whole brouhaha between Bismarck Kobe Mensah and the hierarchy of Bechem United.
So it wasn't down to performance in Tini Apamono.
Derby, Esikasem. Now, Obisufi Esikasem there. Kwam da kwa na mema kama Esikasem na mkoko obi there. Minka. But se Kobe kwa omunsumne tiko ewo kwan papa so ene mra kwan so no because football family we I say circle kwa oba besin share wunu abiom. Nti no it's better the pathways amicably than say we because say otime wakame mintime wase because it's one family at the end of the day.
You are one person who has an insight when it comes to Mediema as a club. CAF Champions League. They now we say wabetro Mediema. They are sure.
I'm broken out.
Yes, me also wabetro Mediema, and I could feel you were disappointed.
and obi me di ali for bus chisa ni o ma bus stadium mu mediama mu shi jama nyina ma begina machi aye video kama na mo tena fie ma ali.
Nana, don't you think you were being unfair to Mediama looking at the quality of opponents that we could share Champions League anymore? Because Alali and the can want them. Because maybe I'm telling you, I'm share Mediama, I'm share Alali, and that difference home.
And so bonus obi no me share on home. What be me show home not just you're not ready for African football. I show home saying. Mediama 3 away games or boy, you know, consider 3 goals, 9. Younger Subeshewa, Mediama practically considered in every game they played. Sounds by way about Africa.
And I will lose in now.
I'm saying that I will come send a bond to be a net. Never what is about 3 names. You know, they added up to the numbers, and I think that we had overestimated expectations of what they could do.
My dreams, they were making it proud.
Or a surprise element. And they are riding on the back of their, you know, relative unknown element. But that will not take away the quality of the team they are providing. Then I said, Bona Isane Bono. If you open up the whole Africa and Kromunya in 20 years, Makumako 5 for Isa can be. Nana. I am Bobo Africa. And Kramakumako 5 for Munya the 20 years, so Munim Bobo Africa. Isa no about dreams the count. Mena me say, and Kramakumako 5, the whole Africa, oh Munim Bobo. Ah, Mumbo Abruchon Bobo Africa, oh Munya in 20 years. Isa no about dreams the count. Was 4 goals or probably 2 assists is the best in the Confederations Cup for a player who is playing his first season in Africa. What are you telling me? In his first season in the Ghanaian Premier League, he won the FA Cup with Dreams FC.
He even scored in the final.
Oh, this Sheba. Have you seen the stunning goals he scored in this competition?
Yeah.
Now, my God just said the whole Africa open Krama Kumaku 5 Omunya di 20 Omunko Abrochon Mobo Africa Isa Kawa Osemeboa.
Abdul Aziz Isa.
How can we? So Mediama now their focus has been switched back into the Premier League, and they are telling me they can win the Premier League. Because
Mediama so much more the Premier League.
Because I do not see there we see Taylor filling in the boots of Jonathan Sowa.
A quick one. What is the difference between Taylor and Sowa? Taylor J go Kinda or Ghana.
Why is how you saw boys no me now for into shower because nana me to say we so where do we me so but oh, Sebia.
I think that's my cockabro for me. I describe.
Oh, boys, no.
Also, before me say, or me kind, or Shamu baby, and say, Brofuna me kind, or no, Cassie, at the Bocoshe, who's a me, no, until me, Brofuna.
Madame Fubino say, who's that? I ever saying, you know, dear with you know.
Yeah.
Me, for some describing her, meaning not Temo, but he's gone past his sell by price. Tiawa. Then we Mediama between now and the next 2 years. Is Mediama being futuristic about the attacking play, or they want to stick to so-called experienced old forces without new energy? Because the only missing link in that team is Jonathan. You already have Lomote. And you know, so could you play a lot of fun by Mudakwashino. But you have Lomote. Lomote is there.
There's one player, Papa.
Fojo is still around. Fojo is still around.
How many games?
Ben Fope. Fojo is still around.
Yeah.
Joshua Ajima is still around.
Bernardino
Bernardino is still around. And so it's up to the new coach and Adote, okay, to let them put Africa at the back of their minds. And if they are aiming to win the Premier League, they have to step up because you say I'm not kasi Team Sayabo Ghana League, yeah, that top 4 no. Omo Mediama in terms of performance.
In terms of performance?
Aye.
Oh. Mediama with 2 outstanding games.
Yeah.
Almost 25 points.
Oh, we need, you know, about 31. Still 4 points short of Samatex. And these are teams that the Mediama will be meeting in the second round.
That's not for Brony coach.
Brony coach, no. Has he come to understand the team that well? And as I still or rely on the Adotebe catcher and so 1 year. You know, Brony me who ni right to team so. And I'm Mediama born on Mobona season when so.
There be.
Nti Brony what has he added? Mrs. Parker na idea when you said Brony bar handwriting the best from Adote to Brony, but Adote Kosuno na Quentin. So Mediama needs to do something extraordinary to convince everybody they are capable of winning the Premier League once again. Trust me, Omo Jumaye. Debbie, Omo Jumaye pa. Omo Ketwa.
Well, Nana, that quite see it. I say,
briefly on U20.
Yeah. I don't know can remember. Any opening ceremony in Akaka. It's a Shatawale ba. Yes, it's a ticket 50 to 500. Ebi kase and can the opening ceremony there. Prices was through. And Kakoye adia. Mupasa Ghana for Shane Fiada. And if you had a weekend, and your men and your Quasiada, and then Kofoja Mojuma Bawasan, and can say, be found.
I only that place automatically becomes a security zone today.
Yeah.
And when you're operating in security zones, you have to be very cautious about the things you do and your planning. And see, born there, yeah. How many times do you see these things in Ghana? If you see a Women African Games or Ghana,
historic.
You see that. And this is coming at a time, Yanya African Games after 2019, Morocco this seen in Aso. So, when they are in Senegal to Ghana, yes, Ghana. But Nana Akufo-Addo na by making sure say Ghana will host this competition. Normally they make a political statement and also prove to the people in Africa say Ghana is capable.
Yeah.
Internet Nana Nkasa and a special guest of honor. One of our friend is Excellency Musa Faki Mahamat. Musa Faki Mahamat, no one the chairperson of the African Union Commission.
Yeah, AU.
I only ambassador Minata Samati Sesuma. Also now the Commissioner for Health, Humanitarian Affairs and Social Development of African Union. And then Penifo Kukudam Bebree. And on Babisha Ghana. And na ya pow. The 13th edition of the Accra 2023 African Games no one to. And I'm envisaging a very beautiful spectacle. What do we say? I say I'm going to the best way for Anopo.
Yeah.
Say closing ceremony in the Bibi Oha. Obia expectations about the success of the competition. No. A better perform kakra. Enti ene usha wamo edi nyoma bebre ena ato akwemu a wamo edi babe open ceremony like you rightly put. Shatta Wale, one of the biggest musicians in Africa, or performer ene oho Kim Promise enu omo mkeka ika ho. What I said. Now lineup of activities no dedikai umbe the handing over ceremony of the AU flag by the AU Commission to the government of Ghana because competition with history attention is the African Union in organizing.
Okay.
And you traditional African performances and cultural displays as part of the opening ceremony. You the parade of all the nations are almost participating with their athletes. What I say? We are now the lighting of the African Games torch, and so abaso. We are now for the welcome speech by His Excellency Nanado, and now for African Union Commission high profile dignitaries na yewo abra obi asbede ebe address the gathering internet there e ade kesipa NAC Eden e Ghana ha do Nigeria say it could be one of the best organized African Games in the history and Ghana NOC no they've collaborated with the Association of National Olympic Committees in Trinity and ANOCA and Association of African Sports Confederations and African Union Commission and almost sharing say we are successful. So we are wishing all the participating countries, all the dignitaries, any uniform all the best. We are Ghana ni ukawa kodesu pampapedi and kweni amo sembeza and no soldier form penifo do mba hono uko diagro utwechi. But I'm more particularly concerned about the game babaso and between Ghana and Congo. Mpeza me exercise kakrebi na mijemu mami nyano mo makano omo coach Ghana under 20 Desmond is sending me the impo Desmond Fair Salifu
former Harvard coach ono so ka
then Odate then Isaac Amwako. Interestingly Odate under 20 ni bida Isaac Amwako so abu bida Desmond Salifu na mobi you say Ghana, your football no, the 4 under 20. We've been successful at the under 17, but under 17 in your recognized and yet big a stage like the under 20. Under 20 name out direct progression to the senior national team. So every under 20 team are Ghana building there's an interest. Huh? Under 20, any ACM mobile, although ACM mobile U17 and New Zealand 99. But Argentina 2021 under 20 World Cup no any ACM mobile. You know me, Charles. Andrea, you Uncle Sruma from ne papa didn't call Olympic Marseille. Oh yes, say Dominic Adia, Ebeji Go King World Cup. Then under 20. Ghana a success story in the history of the World Cup. As a result of a meticulous planning with an under 20 team. A team that had Mutala's boss, Inkum, Adia, Osei, Rabiu, Opari, Kwanzaa. And look at the number of these players almost transition by Black Star.
Now, is it the largest transition from under 20 to Black Star?
That is the reason your most successful appearance at the World Cup was in that year in 2010.
No?
Yes.
You had 8 players from under 20.
It even began from the AFCON in Angola in 2010. And you have a boy.
You World
Cup.
Aye. But because AFCON,
Okoe Daniel Jacob keep Golino. Yeah, I
think Rabiu also went.
Rabiu
Quaye. One left back be
David Daddy.
So also Kobe.
Until who be under 21 as your coach and boss. Men you are say because start under 20 where the Ghana for come. So that is why people have been very, very hard on a Juma this moment, me checking friendly matches at this moment, but how many out of blinders about goalless? Almost House of 1, almost Ebusian Dwarves 1, and almost King's Palace 5. Them once in mom.
Yeah.
My dear, that must see. Now, me and Duma, and any will be a smoothness level because under 20 way squad this Monday to Jano. We himself friend more than 400 players in order to get this squad.
400 players.
Oh, Michantra, Munkancha, Michantra.
To prune it down to this squad.
Oh, Josiah, I don't make us out to now say, me too for Trogungo for him. Oh, now, Ufre 120 now, for 120 now, over 200 now, for Kwanyasa. My figures must be exaggerated, but the person chance said, we're from more than 100 players. Way more than 200. And some of your Obenya squad or the
so this is the best of players our assemble.
I'm also asking, sir. And Krana Edi Ball Wafu under 17 zombie na Ghana intimate qualify no.
How is it feeling Kolano?
No me the next generation of under 20 year Ghana ever use one because some crowd Edi under 20 we know. Ages no. You better next under 20 African Championship and I say Wafu no na bo. Would they be qualified when the major under 20 championship comes up in the not too distant future?
Abacho Oka under 17 the 𝐒𝐏𝐿𝐻 no.
Aye.
Na Park Academy boy ni Bobby no.
That generation
number 7 be no.
Aye.
Na me feel be appear. Omo nyina on the boss how we know. Any defender in TV no.
Okay, on the clock abuchi.
Defender no.
Oko Portugal.
It's almost as squad no more.
Okay.
Because there should be the next generation of under 20.
Charlie recorded me from phone record me because later me change much. When him boy Razak Salifu. He was national number 9. Wafu championship no. Striker.
No.
No, if you still believe. And I come the Bahabra no promotion into the Division 1. No. Meaning the other boy no. But all of a sudden, he seemed to be a forgotten boy. I'm a few says in the age good. Now on prior. Now over competitively. Nobody can convince me say when you're fit enough to play for a Ghana U20. A be na or more different plans at the man. Not only him, but the likes of Andrews appear.
Hell na make no Park Academy. Be James
and Samba back. Se Sam Krano Eda so na say FNO plan be the ma that's fine. But a bad discard woman say these boys will just vanish. Very, very painful because although Ghana did not qualify from that competition, that team showed a lot of promise.
Yeah.
What I say? And to say, but some players are Ghana are presenting for the under 20. We are not need to mob him. Mpacho time no pa.
No,
3 goalkeepers are Ghana at the competition. 𝐿𝐏𝐻𝐒 Yakubu Said Ofri Siano Soccer Academy. 𝐿𝐏𝐻𝐒 Daniel Afu Ofri Accra Lions.
Accra Lions first choice goalkeeper. One day minimum.
Josiah keeper no.
One day minimum.
But
yeah, but still no more confidence with him.
Vincent Anani Heart of Lions.
Okay.
Aaron Essel. We've been checking on SL.
Oh, Aaron Essel.
So Aaron Essel be eligible for the next under 20. As I walk for Mekun Chelsea. Remember Adumaku Boateng Accra Lions. Now Kwame Boachi Brekun City. David Amuzu Golden Strikers. It's interesting. So that team will make come once a match one day. Maxwell Azafokpe at Interallies. Midfielders here. Miss Bao. There be Moisin Mohammed. Yeah, Urijai. Mekan Makari. Ono Heart of Lions. Abdulaziz Dreams. Frederick Kessie Accra Lions. Makatio for Dreams. Emmanuel J Dreams. Wingers. Kelvin Nkrumah judo champion player on den buy. Emmanuel Mensah Okufo Simpa. Abdul Hakim El Right to Dream. The strikers are Jerry Free, Tot FC Ewusunyane. Aziz Misbah still believe.
I never will be say go middle league me hono striker no.
And Michael Efson or FC Samatex.
Okay.
Eh?
You don't people talk about.
Aye, but set team winner. So afraid.
Yeah.
Adiba kwa mababu suya wa juma we mu ni say. That's when we see a full national team any teams or more. You're very careful in how you judge the coach and even the players that he has scored.
Okay.
Because humble pie might just be splashed in your face after their performance.
Okay.
And into the uncle to our chairman say, when you're a journalist in situations like this, you put your national interest ahead. And see, for every Ghanaian, we are wishing the black settlers well. But if they go and fail, we'll start asking questions. Nobody is wishing for them to fail. But if they are convincing us that this is the best under 20 team you can ever assemble in the whole of Ghana, after several weeks of scouting now, we give them our blessings. And they should make a statement in that game against Congo.
And then?
Yes. Because Ghanaians will not take any matter and macro performance beer from these players. Because we've hardly seen them perform collectively in a competitive game. We share dwarfs, soccer intellectuals, new women, come down, community me friend on can so bit my African games. And Ghana has a history of this African games because Kosiapia at the Ghana Kojibo Maputo 2011. Sabrenana under 23. Randy Abe was the chairman of the Black Meteors Management Committee at the time. Yuri Santi, a part of that squad. Matt Motu was there as well. In Maputo 2011, Ghana won gold. Yes. First ever gold for Ghana in the African Games. So then the 20s will eventually give Ghanaians something to smile about.
Nana, yeah, that's it. Yeah, Shane said they would give Ghana something to smile about. And you know, I don't know if I be so now. The Akane Farmer, it's here for.
I mean, it's 2 minutes now. Just Frank can really, you know. 2 minutes, but I mean, Frank can really, you know. I don't say, Nana touch a lot of issues, but percent me judge on based on how the tournament will go for them. Because on the blind side, no year will discuss now. You ask questions because you're about Ghana Premier League and you've seen some under 20 players be performing. Some didn't make the cut, but I was going to because at 20, they are friend when they are dropping in there. It means your team is strong. And see, you're trying na tournament na keke start who players or both have various positions no ne how on be show on quality now then you understand the reason why the coach consider those players ahead of some of these players but yeah we sure more say on be a good tournament say that na 2011 we won the gold all African games. We are hosting almost by year inter schools Legon Stadium war. I tested the grounds before the All African Games. But I'm informed of my aware say in preparing for the after the All African Games. And to open the wish now prepare for this event today. You perceive a good event. Yeah, but it's a Ghana. It's very busy weekend. Sunday GP or Monday GP or Wednesday GP or Thursday GP or weekend GP or there's a lot of activities in the next 10 days. And when that's all of that games, so tomorrow I will go on stadium.
Okay.
Nyama be koso wo de won na another kwa ma ba we mu nim ni ade a ntia house to but quick one otina na we jama me akodina we Kotoko welcome back with Walamte into the team last weekend when you see aka who say accumulated yellow card na because osanso the papa extra den kwanto man 1 week off bi so fen go dey e ko hunya mabu ofie and he was out of the game of boy they welcome him back into the team me na another kwaya adwene say when with Walamte is not available it affects me who nipa Duncan
Alfred
when I said when is back into the Kotoko to my drive here and in the Umpo, Richmond Lamte and Steve Mukwala are the most important players. House was paying Junior Kaba $5,000 in this country. Paying Bukwala $3,000, $4,000, paying Richmond Lamte $2,000, $3,000, $4,000. It's not normal. When they move after this country, Libya, no money or Algeria, yet it is a bear on where they will pay. For that amount. So they are not losing that fake up. Right here, I will team the show. to a crucial game for Asante Kotoko. So omo yi omo. Samates. I was saying today. Against Media Man find more quick and reviving a man. No more to be faced
from then the Ebekoso Accra Sports Stadium and Legon University of Ghana Sports Stadium opening ceremony in Bobo Suma 0201 825 252 0201 825 252 and 0550 055522 0201 825 25 during the week. If yes, what time? What time? Summit from AS Pentex. Hello, good morning. Udini baby akase free.
Hello.
Yes, boss. Udini baby akase free.
Good morning, Mutala Yakubu.
Ano yankwe.
Mo mi tia oni ati fo ne wa pam fo ni. Mutala asama kwa. The person can say Kotoko coach no. That two positions no. This is an answer boy you find the interest man. One at a man because na nedu can another South African. There were too many two defenders are almost put through, and we are not using them for now. But a midfielder of they can play to say selfless, you know, anything and I say after a couple of vibe. I think that's what they should ask the question. And that's the question.
Yes, yeah, that's where's the greetings, boss. I don't care whether my indefatigable wait, hello, good morning. Udini baby akase free. Hello, good morning. Pacho Oma oneso kakra mame.
Me did the Emmanuel Gacha, me prepping me paying off some water region.
Imayankwe.
I'm Pacho Kotokobe Rini 2-1 away. That's it.
Dang. Oh, we say greetings to Nanada Kwaje. Boss said my boss, Onga from Madina. El Capitano, Tema Community 1, answered message about making Eddie Amao very shortly. Hello, good morning. Udini baby akase free.
Hello.
Yes, boss. Udini baby akase free.
Good afternoon, sir. Yes, I'm Richard because Africa now.
Yankwe boss.
Me say has baby ni Kotoko. Bye.
Okay, that's it. El Capitano, or say Has thing will get better as time goes on. Has team, I think the boys are growing in confidence. Come Monday, we shall make it 3-3. Blessed weekend to a fan. Club. Hello, good morning. We didn't be a free.
Good morning, Mutala Yakubu. We didn't stay France. Now, everyone is there, and all African games near Babetta to Ghana, and there. And then, Rabbi being here, so Nigeria boy, you won't be a pussy, emotion. Nigeria Kingdom, by the catcher, under 20 for me say. Any different bar, and now, Master Combat, you're calling the answer. Ba as happening na ma yen no kware dis ka ko ma na yen so yon ira yen ti so so emotional mercy si dia yen na wa yen
Yeah, that's it. So the system at Teta don't need a number 9 SMS from Oyarifa Hotel. Okay. Hello, good morning. Udini baby akase free. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, boss. Udini baby akase free.
Your family can make a free Ghana. Yes, I say. Kokwana, yes, we need to be a Kokwana. About these other day, I do in our body, so on your vanity. The Bokotokonina to say, on your yes, they are going to see. Nanko Fubu, Roman, 1 year, base. Now, yes, so, yes, we bear no affair, young Pereza, a moment fair officiating course of Kotoka, 3 friends.
Okay, that's listen, and please, what is the problem of Chelsea? The owners, the players, the coach. How can we Chelsea buy injury players? Nana, please, I want to know. Hello, good morning. Udini baby akase free.
Oh, good afternoon,
Nana Yakubu.
Hey, I know me.
Wamani musu kakra ya friend nti or ya
no, and some of it can leave right of it. Then the person this say aya a team no only dietitians and because if I have those things can say I'm really because I get team more dietitian and come on put on with it and I play the jam with the about it. Because not saying already here, and say what dietitian man, and now say the team control man who in the day. I buffer. Because which make us the other thing to sound people. Because I couldn't go here and can't follow. I
yeah, 2021 AFCON you didn't count.
Can you get home? If you make a
So, Miss Janet Tay Aguza, Peter Pan from Ashama. Hello, good morning. Udini baby akase free. Hello, good morning.
Morning,
Patrowenya na dada kwa Udini baby akase free Mutala.
Aha, abua kesi ni masili dukobe.
Okay, yeah, kwa boss.
Mpacho hasba winini mas etina 3-0.
Okay, yeah, that's it. Also has been winning 3-0. 0201825252. We see you guys are doing a great job. I am still enjoying 𝐒𝐏𝐕𝐄 Moses' victory by beating Ayanum in Kumasi. I am Egbun Yaro from Lakeside Estates. Hello, good morning. Udini baby akase free.
Hello, good morning. Yes, let me question for them. Akase tabola na matre.
Okay,
mama baso enano pay na mase. Na ya best impatu na kotokofo ni amunya ko na yenje ma o ma na obi be ka say let's ni nye fe ya best omo te show ma ya show mo why demand ya best supporters obi arian ko so ga ko pe ha supporters ni ya mama baso bye bye.
Okay, yeah, that's it. 0201825252 0550-055522. Number you did Jumano no. Hello, good morning. Udini baby akase free. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, boss. Udini baby akase free.
Pocho, yes, from Udiga, Metafi, lastly.
Yeah, quite boss.
But no, I got a coach like organizing the woman. Assistant Equanabria. Some reasons in Medasi.
Okay. 0201825252 obey 2 minutes be penny sorry so our hanti me fa call me back